So then describe very specifically what because you've got a couple of great lines in this document that we've shared with people about the drift. Like, what is that for you?
For me, it's when you know what you need to do. Like, you know the most important parts.
Yeah.
So, whether that's your director of development and you need to make sure you're watching your major gift pipeline, whether you're an executive director and you're putting off a hiring decision, or you've created something and never staffed it, whether you're at, a just a frontline fundraiser and you're not consistently talking to your people or consistently thanking them. It's a drift away from what our missions actually are. So, what started for me was that I would get to Friday and I'd be like, oh my God, what didn't I do this week? Like, what did I promise a client? What did I promise someone? What did I say I would finish and I didn't finish? And so I record all of my calls, like just most of us do, using some sort of Zoom recording. And some we don't, obviously they're confidential, but I was like, okay, well, Claude can talk to my calls. Like, I have a connector that says it can look at my transcripts. So I actually asked it one Friday, I'm like, what did I not do that I was supposed to do? So that's actually what started the whole thing, this idea of what's the invisible momentum that moves you away from what actually matters. Because I was getting really distracted by things like, oh, there's this, I should go take this course or I should go do this thing, when really what I needed to be doing was following up on something I promised a client, or following up on something I promised a colleague, or making sure I was setting myself up for success the next week. And it was so simple. I was like, oh, I can just get a checklist. That's amazing. So, like, a lot of people are looking at AI as this thing that could take jobs or take creativity. The way I've started looking at it is, how does it actually take away the things I don't feel like doing? Like, who wants to read a transcript or retype all their notes, right? Like, that's not fun. What I want to do is follow back up and be like, hey, loved talking to you. Here's the thing I promised. Like, that's much more fun to me. So, the drift is that it's literally the drift away from what matters. And it happens to all of us all the time in all elements of our lives, because life is loud and busy. And the thing that's the loudest often gets the biggest space.
It's so interesting too, just as you were saying this, it was occurring to me that I would argue that what is making our lives louder and noisier is a flood of content, probably mostly built by AI, that's coming at us. And the solution is the same exact tool that can also cut through its own noise and provide us with some clarity. That's great. Okay, so I mentioned that I loved some of your lines. I've got one here. There's a line in the drift that I wanted to read. The drift is not a crisis. This is Erin saying this, and I'm reading it to Erin. The drift is not a crisis. It is the steady, invisible movement of a week away from the shape you meant it to have. I really love that. And it, for me, also reminded me, just from my background with nonprofits, of mission drift and, mission. And here in development, or in software development world, we call it scope creep, right? Like, we had a defined scope and now here we go over here because it's so easy to do. There's shiny objects literally everywhere.
Everywhere.